Okay, so in this one we're going to add a massive reverb, and we're going to have a really long tail on it, and we're going to send some stuff to it to really fill out the sound. So I'm going to go to our return tracks and insert a new return track. We'll call it Big Reverb. Massive. Okay, so we're going to go and just grab instead of a preset, we'll just grab a normal reverb and drop it in here. And what I'll do is make sure that we are in high quality mode. And I'm going to do a low cut on this, just to remove the low end from it. And we'll set it up just in about the middle somewhere. You just want the sort of high ends coming through. And we're going to set the size right up to 500. And we're going to push the decay time right up to 38 seconds. That's what gives a nice massive room with a really long decay time in it. And then if we turn the density down a bit, and we'll push the scale right up to 100. And the diffuse and reflections, will push the volume of those right up as well, and make sure that we're at wet 100%. So we don't want any of the dry signal creeping through, because it'll be playing anyway. So we're going to go to our percussion, and we're going to send our ride to it, because it's got a nice high end, and it's not going to any of the other ones. So you can hear there's a nice long tail coming out of that. So setting about just enough so that you can hear it in the background there. And then I'll send some of the string to this as well. So and then I'll send some of our synth. Just drop the volume of the string a slight bit. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go into our drum rack, and we're going to set up some external sends out of this drum rack so that we can send some to our reverbs. So I'm going to go down to the drum rack controls, and if we click on the R button at the bottom here, we can set up some effects. So we just right click and go to create return chain, and make sure that IO button's clicked as well here so we can send this out. So we'll rename this to reverb 1. And we'll right click and create another one, and we'll call it reverb 2. And we're going to send the reverb 1 out to our high pass reverb, which is our first one, which is the C room reverb. And then if we go down to reverb number 2, we can send this one out to our big reverb. And now we can set up some sends out of here. So if we get rid of our R, and we can click here our S, which shows us our send controls. Get rid of the IO settings. So we go through now and send the samples that are inside the drum rack out. And we'll start off by going down these. We'll just solo this. we'll go down to the percussion. It's got a nice bass to it, so we'll send this one out. Okay, so at the minute we've got quite a lot sending out to that reverb. I'm just going to go in and edit this reverb a wee bit. So we go into it, and just to boost out what we've got coming through. So at the minute we've got quite a lot of high coming through because we've got this low cut on it. So I'm going to go and grab a compressor to put in after this, just to boost the volume. So we go to the compressor and turn that on, and we'll bring this right back. So just bring the volume up of that, and we'll add a bit of a boost in the output as well. Just to bring the volume of that up. I'm going to go to Tom 2, and I'm going to send this out to this big reverb as well. And for percussion 1, we'll send some out. We'll send some of percussion 1 out as well. Okay, so I just brought back a couple of the levels that we're sending out to the C room reverb as we added that compressor, and it just boosted the volume a bit. So I'll actually bring the volume of it down slightly just so it doesn't overpower the whole mix. Okay, so that is the main body of our tune created, and in the next tutorial we're going to start arranging this out into a full track.